Aaron, if I could begin the conversation with you in the university system, how do you see us changing the beginning of the process, which is the preschoolers and the younger kids?
My focus now is around the K-12 system, whether it be recruitment or retention of teacher, pay, understanding what content is being delivered to our children in the classroom. Parents should not be afraid to address those issues.
In the beginning of every child, education is the foundation. If we miss that, we miss everything for that child. We as parents, we need to check our own conduct and our own behavior towards our children.
Reverend Sharpton, what are we doing right and what are we doing wrong?
There is no foundation to really communicate and understand who you're educating. If you don't understand the environment that our young people come from, how are you going to educate them? You can't relate to that.
There's no connection. So 82% of teachers in the classroom are white. We are now in a minority to majority system. That has to change. So I think one of the things that we need to address in the K-12 system is to get better representation of people of color in the classroom.
We gave up our opportunity and we gave up our responsibility to teach our own children our culture. So it's like we're still trying to fix this system at the end of the day that you really don't have a choice over. You still have to do it within the parameters of what they tell you to do.
How do you close the gap?
I think if you have an A education and you send your students home to an F community, you have failed. I go into the schools in the cities that we recruit the students, and I walk their neighborhoods, and I sit in their high schools. I know what they look like. I know the dysfunctionality that they are dealing with. And so we believe in this more holistic approach to education. We believe in this more holistic approach to nurturing not just the students, but the families as well, because we can't lift any of us if we aren't lifting all of us.
You can't have a critique of education if you don't have a critique of capital, right?
That's absolutely right.
And the way the economy functions. We don't have enough resources in schools because we have a property tax structure that determines where you get. In other words, we've accepted as common sense that poor people will get poor schools. That has become the logic of the day. So the property taxes that get paid where I'm from in North Philly, you know, the houses only cost when I was growing up $8,000. So we paying $50 a year in taxes. So our schools didn't have books. Whereas when we went to Northeast, we went to South Philly, suddenly, you know, property taxes were higher, so they got better schools. We need to reimagine how schools get funded, because if we begin from the premise that poor people are just gonna get poor schools, we'll never get anywhere.
What is the role in today's movement that you find for young activists in the education space?
The youth have always been a very important part of creating social change. Colleges are on fire. Campuses are on fire. Students are responding, and they're seeing other groups respond. So in my work, I look particularly at the use of technology and media. And one thing that we are able to know with social media, right, is that it connects us. What is it that we need to do for you, given our positions of privilege and power? How can we support you? How can we connect you to resources? What is it that we can make sure in our positions that we can change by listening to what it is that you have to say?
We came here on a conversation education, and 15 seconds down the line, 10 years from now, what story are we telling?
In 10 years, I think we can see improved test scores.